Going on YouTube. This video isn't about land, but look at this beautiful piece of land, 2.5 acres, 5,500. This video is about this SOB. So you might recall, oh, I'm so hungry. In fact, I'm gonna get some water real quick. You might recall that, sorry Hooples, don't get too sick. Just close your eyes, Hooples. You might recall that I had problems with the AC leaking, and I didn't really think much of it until I realized that it's going to rain this weekend, and then it's going to rain next weekend. Where's Di Bullfrog's cup? It's in the fridge, because it had some beer in it. Let's go ahead and rinse that out. So, I sent I'll call it a friendly email to my landlord, basically saying, contractor's a dumbass. The contractor's a dumbass. He didn't supervise his employees. And namely, the 3 items. Look, I told them, not many tenants are going to explain exactly what the problem is. Problem number 1, the AC is mounted at the wrong angle. Problem number 2, water is pooling. Water's coming off the roof, and problem number 3, water is, landing on the AC. At least I feel like I had 3 different problems. Yeah, the water drains off the roof, and then it collects, falls right on the AC. So, why do I have to deal with this malarkey? I guess it just kills me that as soon as the repair was done, I might have even mentioned this in the video, I'll have to go back and check, but as soon as the repair was done, I knew it was going to be a problem. Because the wall isn't flush or plumb, right? The wall's not plumb, so he mounts the AC flush to the wall, but the problem is, the wall's not plumb. So, in case you're not familiar, this is level, this is plumb. We don't call this level, and we don't call this plumb. Level, plumb. That's what plumb bobs are for, right? But it doesn't even take a plumb bob. You can just stand out at the stairs. In fact, here, I'll show you how you can tell. All you gotta do is look at it, and you can see with the naked eye. Most people can see with the naked eye how jacked up it is. Was trying to sharpen my hatchet a little bit. May or may not take a little hike out just to get my mind off this bullshit. Okay, so if we look over here, it's a little hard to tell from the camera angle, but most of those AC units look like they're kind of level or maybe just a little bit to the back. And then here you have mine. In fact, if you look, well, we're not quite at 12 o'clock, but it'd be really interesting if that shadow kind of helps you tell, but the wall is tilted just a little bit like that, and the AC is mounted almost flush, but, the wall not being plumb. And that's the whole problem with this contractor, is he doesn't feel the need to supervise his employees. In fact, I called the guy on the phone and was not very friendly with him because he's a dipshit, and was like, dude, you need to get out. I want you to get out here. I told him, I said, I want you to come out here with a ladder and get up there with a level and tell me you think it's installed right. And so then he calls me like, oh, and then I go tell the landlord's husband, or the male owner of the property, like, look, this is retarded. And so the contractor leaves a voicemail and says, oh, I'm going to send my guy out. Well, that was the whole problem, is that your guy didn't know what the hell he was doing. So, I don't know, I swear to God, if he sends, and I don't even know if I'd recognize the same guy, but I don't even know if I can communicate with the guy that he's going to send over. I'm 100%, I'm about 99% sure that whoever he's sending over is not fluent in the language that I speak. Now look, I got no qualms about people, coming to this country to try to make a better life, but if you're trying to interact with a client that speaks English, you kind of need to speak English. I mean, right? Crazy, I know. Gotta get some food in me. Oh, that's bullshit. And like, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but like, let's say I wanted to go camping this weekend in the rain, which I don't really want to, kind of want to, but I'm flying out somewhere Sunday actually. In fact, I need to maybe kind of start thinking about that trip. But in fact, yeah, I'm flying out Sunday. Well, it should be stopped raining by the time I fly, but the thing is the water collects on the roof. So even if it stops raining at 6 in the morning, it's going to be dripping on the AC for hours after, based on experience. So I can't always be here with a bucket. Like, it's raining this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If I had a full-time job, I can't be coming back home to empty the bucket. You remember the last video, it filled up 5 gallons, right? Maybe I could make a 2-bucket system so I can, in fact, I should tell the contractor that if he could buy me another bucket, I could have a 10-gallon leaking AC system set up. I'm kind of feeling like an asshole right now, but guys, I have little patience for professionals because they're supposed to be professionals, especially a licensed contractor. Give me a break. But, you screw up something as simple as this. Now look, in his defense, the landlords paid for gutter on the front. All on the front, they paid for gutters. Didn't pay for gutters on the back. I don't know why. They're cheap, right? So, the contractor could have bought like a 20... In fact, I'm going to look at flashing prices right now in Home Depot, right? I swear, if this guy dicks around, I'm just going to tell the landlords, look, I'll just do it myself. I'll climb up on the goddamn roof without a ladder and put some freaking flashing up there. It's not that big of a deal. I could do it blindfolded. I could probably literally do it blindfolded. Idiots. Just complete idiots. So the contractor's like, well, last time I talked to him, not recently but before, was talking about, they didn't want to pay for this and pay for that. Dude, here we go. Here we go. Flashing, $4. Flashing, $12.97. Flashing, $7. I am almost positive the guy charged over $1,000 to tear out this wall, or tear out the sheetrock, do some framing, put the AC back, and then new sheetrock, texture, and paint. It's not an insignificant amount of work, right? But if your job is to fix the leak, fix the leak. You're getting paid $1,000 and you mean to tell me you can't buy $13 worth of material to actually do it right? Just tell the landlord, look, I know you don't want to spend the money to put in the gutters. Why don't I just put in a little piece of flashing? It's not the best solution, but at least it should help the water from collecting. I mean, even if you put a piece of gutter up without a drain, if you put up like a 3-foot piece of gutter, the water would come off the roof, flow, and then fall down, except it wouldn't hit my AC. I don't know what is so goddamn hard about doing this one. I'm a little bit frustrated, in case you can't tell. So, maybe, I don't know. I would love to get the contractor on video. Man, I'm sure he would be amused at that. Just start recording live and say, so, Victor, why do you feel that it's unnecessary to supervise your employees? Did you explain to your employee that the AC needs to be mounted at a neutral or negative slope away from my building? Did you ever consider coming out of pocket on your project that probably cost $1,000 to spend $20 on, galvanized stuff? He probably really wouldn't appreciate that, but I don't really care. I try not to be an asshole tenant, but when I have to deal with bullshit, and it's clearly bullshit, you're gonna know. I'm not shy about it because, look, you gotta call people on their stuff. Someone's trying to swindle you, call it out. Someone's doing crappy work, you gotta call it out. Sometimes you gotta be a little strict with people. I'm not saying you have to be mean or be an asshole or be disrespectful, but... And I told the guy on the phone, I don't know why you felt it's not necessary to supervise your employees. And he probably wanted to tell me something like, mind your own business, don't tell me how to do my job, but if you're not doing your job the way you're supposed to be doing your job, I'm going to tell you how to do your job. You know, I tell people how to do their job a lot. Especially when I'm talking with customer service and they're just being idiots and I want to talk to a manager. And they're like, well, the manager's going to tell you the same thing I will. And I always tell them, look, let me just talk to the manager and we'll figure it out from there. I'm not asking your opinion. I'm just asking you to do something that should be very easy to do. This is probably the worst mood I've ever been in a video that I've made, but, you know, life happens, right? It's not the end of the world. It's just silly. It's completely unnecessary. So, please forgive me for being a little bit grumpy on this video, but I just don't want to deal with this. Especially considering I'm leaving on Sunday in the afternoon. Or actually, I think I'm leaving at like 9 in the morning. When is it raining on Sunday? Shit, when is my flight? 9:20. So I gotta be at the airport by like 7:30 or something. So if I'm at the airport at 7:30, it could be raining. That kind of sucks. In fact, I should probably put a post-it note to myself to leave the bucket under the AC. Funny enough, you know. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I gotta deal with this crap. Just ridiculous. So until next time, YouTube, check your contractor's references. Make sure they're licensed. And I'll tell you this. Just because they have a license number and they say they're insured, you might want to just verify it. If you're getting work done over $500, I would confirm that the license is valid and confirm that their insurance is up to date. And if they give you any funny looks, tell them you're happy to find a guy who can prove that his insurance is up to date and prove that he's a licensed contractor. Putting licensed contractor number 1234 on your business card doesn't make you a licensed contractor. So, anyways, until next time, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and don't let stupid people ruin your life. If somebody in your life is stupid and they're making a mistake, tell them, hey, you're stupid. Don't make mistakes. You're messing up my life. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, and I'll see you next time.